She just caught us, me and Barrett, in the middle of a conversation around it. But any questions that you have tonight around pitching?
I think pitching, I did my business pitch yesterday morning to a group. It went very, very well. They were extremely open, but I also recognized it was an area that I felt very comfortable with. So it's a question of tweaking the pitch towards a higher level, executive groups and that kind of thing. So that would be to direct in that area, choosing the ideal vocabulary, I think that would be my thing, is making sure that it's solid. Because as I said, it was different in this situation because everybody it was more around personal development. And I knew that when I went in that I could discuss those kind of things, not towards growth of company. And that's where I would want to feel more confident in that area of pitching up. So did I throw my question at how to go about doing it? That would be the question, how to go about doing that to up the scale.
Okay, so I'm not clear on the question. So if you could reword it.
Okay.
So because what you did is you gave me a lot of context and then a tiny bit of question at the end. So I didn't quite catch what the question was.
Okay, so the question would be, if I were going to approach an executive group, business group, not the kind that I had yesterday morning, more on the higher level, how to go about presenting to them the same material that we use, like the movie trailer, but to use it in a higher level for business, with the focus more towards production and retaining, that kind of thing.
I'm curious, Hilary, why do you feel that it needs to be different than what you've already done?
Not with the one that I was in, but for example, I'm going into another company where to look at possibly one in which they are more high end. So in order for me to have the vocabulary to use in that area, that would be more in the area of saying, okay, I can help you towards, retaining, etc.
I got it. So here's a common misconception. It doesn't matter what level the business is at, they're people. They're just people. So the way that you approach it is exactly the same. Doesn't need to be any different. Having knowledge about their organization, that's different. And so I recommend having knowledge so that you can link what you do to a tangible benefit that's understood to them. That's different. So if I were working with an independent gym or a cluster of gyms, then I would want to understand the dynamics of the cluster of gyms. How many general managers are there? How many regional managers are there? What's the engagement like between the regional managers and the general managers? What's the culture like? Is there a culture? Have you had learning and development before? What was it like? Was it good? Did the team receive it well? Did they not receive it well? How long ago was that learning and development? Was it in-house or was it out? I need to know all those things. But then when I'm in there, I'm delivering it like exactly the same. I don't change. If let's put it in, let's go. Let's put business aside and just go normal people. If I was coaching a regular person on the street or dream client, Barack Obama, the coaching call would be exactly the same. Exactly the same. No difference. No difference.
Fitting human needs.
For sure, exactly, yeah. So having a deep understanding for the organization and what their wants and desires and needs are, that's different.
Okay.
The delivery of what you do doesn't need to be any different than what you've just done. If the feedback's great, they loved it, amazing, this new whoever high-end company, treat them exactly the same.
Okay.
Don't, whatever you do, don't treat them different because you think that there's some high level, there is no, in my, one of the biggest things I really focus on doing is when I go in is remove the hierarchical myths, like, which is why I always, if I'm coaching organizations, I always say, like, if you're the CEO or the MD, you need to be in the training. Oh, but I'm too busy. Well, look, if you don't attend the training, you will not have the respect. You'll not have the respect of your team, and you will not have they will not buy into the training, which will mean that it's completely pointless. There's no point you bringing me in. If you aren't going to sit in with them, don't bring me in. You need to show them that you are a leader that leads from the front and walks the walk and isn't a paper pushing, pay for an invoice, get people in for training, and then sit in your boardroom pretending you're above training. Yeah, so things like that, I'd be really stressing because I said that to CEOs before, and they often don't like it. Like I don't think they expect that I'm going to come in and be as bold as that. But I'm like, and then they respect me more because I'm willing to say what they need to hear, which is you need to attend the training. If you want, you can't buy culture; you have to be part of it.
Right. Right. Well, both points I think are fundamental. I got great feedback. I got a second call on the one from yesterday. So, and they're sending me a testimonial. So that I will. The question will be just go ahead and do the homework, and also make sure that in the future that, as you said, to have CEO or whoever else be present. So, note take it. Thank you.
Good.